Hello, Sagittarius. This is Jesse with 44 Astro, and this is a general tarot reading for the month of July for Sagittarius. This is the inaugural launch of the channel and the first set of initial readings. I'm launching it on 7/7/7, July 7th, which is 7/7, and 2023, of course, equals 7 when you add it all together. And this will be a destiny reading because 7/7/7 is a destiny number, and hopefully the destiny for the channel is bright. I'm going to be using the Rider-Waite as my main spread, and it will be a Thoth spread, and I'll explain what that is and lay it out in a second. I will use the Thoth deck, which was designed by Aleister Crowley, as the clarifiers. Ooh, it wants to stop right there. Ooh, that's what's on bottom, baby. So I'll explain what each area is when I get to it. It's essentially 3 cards in the middle with 3 cards laid out on each of the 4 corners. And I'll explain what each is. Ooh, Saggy. I'm a double Sag, by the way. I'm Scorpio Sun, but I'm Sag Ascendant and Sag Moon, so I'm going to have some tie into this reading because I am part of the collective. Oh, 10 of Swords on the outcome. Well, we know what the overall energy is. Destiny, wishes, guidance, divine. All right. So the first 3 cards in the middle will be the question itself, or the general energy, the current situation or the current question. We've got the Sun, the 4 of Cups, and the 3 of Rods. This is like waiting for it to come in. This is like an offer that you can't see, something that you can't see, maybe something that you want but you can't see it yet. Clearly you're waiting on it, and you're asking about it. And it could be you're asking about fame. It could be fame. I mean, I'm starting a tarot channel here, so it could be I'm asking whether people are actually watch it or not. You could be doing something similar, starting a Twitch channel, YouTube channel, something like that, auditioning for roles in movies. But a spotlight is highlighted. And the number 1 most famous zodiac sign, if by sign, the most famous ones are Sagittarius, by the way. So it could be that you're definitely the question could be around fame. There's a baby on this card, so it could be a question about, it's riding a horse, but it could be a question about a child as well. But yeah, I'd say in general, you're wanting to know when that moment is, when you're going to get recognized. The current path you're on, or we're on, I should say, because I'm a double Saggy, it's pretty freaking nice, the current path. There's more to this reading than this, but the current path is 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups, King of Swords. So we're talking opulence, everything you need money-wise, your wish coming true, more cups than you ever need, intellectual energy, air sign, being smart about those things when you have those things, I would think. Yeah, the current path is like, I have it all. You can't say it any other way. The current path is, if you're asking about fame or being recognized or anything, and the wish is coming true, and you're going to get paid from it. This, you could have air in your chart. It could be that it's an air sign individual that notices you. Like if you're auditioning for something, it could be air sign individual that recognizes you and puts you on that path to fame. It could be something like that. It could be something that you think of. But you're going to get your wish. Or hopefully I get my wish too. I'm double Saggy. But there's more to this reading. There is an alternate path. This is the alternate path. We're going to put some clarifiers down to get all this figured out. But this is the alternate path. The path that we could choose to go on, knowing the current path we're on. But I don't know why we would choose this path. But it's up to each their own. Got the Chariot, the 3 of Swords, and Temperance. The Chariot is, sign of Cancer, moving forward, victory. It could be a vehicle itself. But you have heartbreak in the middle of that imbalance. Like you have victory and balance on each side of heartbreak. So even if you go through some kind of heartbreak, I feel like it's going to be okay. That you'll find balance, or we'll find balance. Or it could be that heartbreak is keeping you from balance and from moving forward. It just depends on how you look at it. Either way, that path is not near as attractive as our other path there. So, but if you are already heartbroken, Sagittarius, I can't just be like, hey, get over it, because it's different to each of us, right? We have to integrate it. We have to dive down into the depths of it. And we have to understand it, no matter how hard it feels, and you got to face it. And you gotta be friends with it. I know that sounds crazy, but you got to be friends with it. You have to understand that sadness in a way to where you can integrate it into yourself. Because if you try to like avoid it or push it away, it's like a pressure cooker. And it's just going to eventually explode. Like Carl Jung said, if you don't make the unconscious conscious, it will rule your life and you will call it fate. So face it. If you're already in there, face it. You have to. Be strong. It sucks, right? I've known my share of heartbreak for sure, and depression. And if you're there, face it. Be friends with it. I know it sounds weird. Face that shadow, integrate it. And once you do, and you recognize it, the more you understand it, the more it comes around, the less it explodes, the less it controls your life, because you know it when it appears. And you're like, oh, it's you. And you can be like, okay, this isn't going to benefit me. I'm just going to go ahead and think something else. And then the more you're okay with it and the more you do that, the less it'll even come around. It's not going to go away forever, because once you've experienced something, it's a part of you. It can't just go away. It's sad but true. I mean, unless someone can erase your memory or erase your experience. And I think that's called a lobotomy. I don't think you want that. But it could be, like I said, that heartbreak, you're being protected from heartbreak by major energy. But either way, this path looks like it's got some kind of heartbreak in it. So avoid it if you can. If you can't, I think you're going to be okay as long as you face it, because you got on either side of it, you got the balance and guidance, and you have forward movement and victory. So the advice. This is the advice. Advice is Justice, Queen of Pentacles, and Ace of Wands. Ooh. So justice is balance, right? It could be advice in court cases. It depends on who you are. But generally it's just balance or justice in the world, or justice in a situation. And this is looking around like being recognized or being famous, or, because I mean, this is right in the middle. A question about that, or a question about just being recognized, maybe just the work you do, or in a relationship, even a one-on-one relationship, just being recognized. But it looks like you're gonna have some kind of balance in that. And this queen is nurturing that pinnacle. Look how much she's carrying for that. Queen of Pentacles. My wife is a Queen of Pentacles. And she is good at nurturing, no doubt. She takes care of what she has. Whoever this is, if it's an earth sign individual or someone that's very nurturing like this, the advice is to interact with them, have balance with them. Maybe do something else with them. That's some fiery energy right here. This can represent doing the deed. Not that that's what it means. It could just be being passionate in a new beginning. It could be a new beginning around some kind of balance or justice. It could be in the legal field in whatever way. But most likely it's just saying be balanced, be nurturing, be passionate. Like, it's really nice. Really good energy. Even if it's just, balance. Like you got the nurturing on one side and the passion on the other. Like you can't beat that. It could be that, you maybe have interaction with you may meet an earth sign in the courtroom. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that good stuff. No, it's possible, but it feels like it just, in general, it's some kind of balance. I would think some kind of balance, some kind of passion, new beginning. Could be in law. Could be it could even involve getting married, right? Because if you're just going to like a justice of the peace, that's kind of in a law setting. You might be marrying a earth sign female. Could be that's if there is a heartbreak, it could be with an earth sign female, and try to be balanced in it. Don't let your emotions rule the situation. The outcome isn't so precious. We're going to definitely clarify this. The outcome is King of Pentacles, Ten of Swords, Seven of Cups. But if it has to do with fame, right here, you got to nurture it and have balance in it. Like if it is your passion to be famous, got to be, the advice is to be balanced and to nurture, to care for it. Don't be frivolous. The outcome, though, is the ending of something. I don't think it's necessarily being stabbed in the back, but if it is, it's by an earth sign male. It could be that you're being stabbed in the back by your own greed. Because this dude's got it all. I mean, look at that. That dude's got it all. Castle in the background. Look at the robe. I mean, he has it all. And then there's confusion around that. So many ideas, maybe, about how to become this. And maybe that shouldn't be the focus. Seems like the question does involve that, though, like fame or like recognition. And like, it feels like that this is what it means to be that, right? Like this is your idea or my idea of, if you want to be that, you got to be this guy with everything. You got to have this flowing robe with, you know, bulls on your throne everywhere, which screams Taurus, and a castle in the background and a throne with fruit everywhere. Like, it's just insane. What he has it all. So maybe that's the idea, is that you feel like that this is who you have to be. But it's not. It's not who you have to be. Be yourself. Sagittarius are fun. I mean, I'd say in general, I'm a pretty fun guy. Sagittarius are animated, fun, life of the party types when they want to be. It depends on how heavy it is in your chart. I have it real heavy in my chart, so I recognize it well. So yeah, I don't think, you definitely don't need to be this guy. You don't need to have it all, you know what I mean? Like, you don't materially need to have it all to have it all. Maybe you already have it all. And the current path is screaming that you literally have it all already. And just know that. Just know that you have it all. And Sagittarius are lucky in general, right? Or people think that they are, but it's not that. It's that they think that they're lucky, or that they know they're lucky. They're ruled by Jupiter. They just kind of know things will work out, and they feel lucky, and they feel like things are going to work out for them. So it does. I mean, as within, so without. As above, so below. So don't get caught up in this. Don't get caught up in this as the outcome. Don't get caught up in confusion about having to be, you know, have to show it all off. You got to see my pinnacle. You got to look at this robe. You got to see my castle. I'll tell you what, one thing about me with my Sag, I love to be showy. Can't help it. I wear bright colors. I'm wearing all white right now. I wear bright colors. I like to look good. I like to smell good. I like to drive a nice car. All those things. Nice house. I like it all. And it's unconscious almost that I do it. And I know that it's not even the way. And I'm well aware it's not the way. Like, honestly, to me, it doesn't really matter if people see it. But I can't help it. It's weird. So maybe less of the exaggeration and more of just like being the Sag. Because Sagittarius are fun already. And honestly, Sagittarius have it all. They're Jupiter. And it looks like you have it all. And it looks like that's what this is saying with this beside those two cards, right? It's like, just know it. You don't need any image. You don't need any image of who you need to be. Just know it. And you're good. And the current path is suggesting that we already have that. But we're going to do some clarifiers. I think I want to do the clarifiers on the heartbreak up here. This is like waiting for the fame to come in. And this is like, it's coming. Or the recognition. Ooh, stop right here, huh? So, we're going to see what this heartbreak is. Changing money. Princess of Discs. We could also be changing money. Knight of Swords. So this was the clarifier on that Three of Swords, whatever that heartbreak is, if we choose the other path. It's a change in money, and it's a Princess of Discs. It could also be like sort of like the Page of Discs. They don't have a princess in the Rider-Waite. So it's a little different because they have a prince and a princess in the Thoth deck. It's a little different. But it's essentially kind of the same thing because look at the beautiful pinnacle she's holding there. So I think it's definitely got something to do with money. and thoughts around money. So the heartbreak could definitely over here have to do with specific thoughts about money, and that's what's looking like over here with opulence, right? It's like might have an unhealthy view of money, or unhealthy thoughts about money, or unhealthy how you should move forward with money, right? Because it's going to be offered to you. There's going to be a change. It looks like it's a big change, and it could be like winning the lottery kind of big, because I mean, like, this is a wish with like massive money. What are the odds of that, right? But it could just be like a large sum of money coming to you in some way, like a wish coming true, and that's the path that you're on. This alternate path, I mean, it may be destiny, and there's nothing you can do about it, but you got to be healthy in the way that you deal with that change of money, because in the Thoth deck, this is the Lord of Change. It's the Two of Pentacles, but it's the Lord of Change, specifically harmonious change, but it's change nonetheless, and it is Pentacles. So a change in money would make a lot of sense. And there could be heartbreak if you have a massive change in money, because especially if you go from like zero to super amounts of money, it's interesting how people will come out of the woodwork and what they're willing to do to get their hands on your money. So that's scary. So if something like that does happen to you, disappear for a while. That's probably what I'm saying here. Don't be this guy. If you do get a large sum of money, maybe it's me. Hell, maybe I get a large sum of money. I play the lottery. And Sagittarius love to gamble. Maybe you gamble and win a big lot of money. Don't be this guy. Don't show it all off. Hide for years until people forget about you. At least for a year or two. Attention spans are short. Year or two, you'll probably be fine. Then come back out. And don't be real showy about it. Don't let people know you have the money. Don't let people know you have it. I know that'd be a problem for me. Holy crap. I already have a problem with it. Just, what money I have, I can't help but flaunt it. I try not to. I'm trying to get better at that. My wife's really good about that. If I didn't have my wife, I'd probably have all kinds of stupid, immaculate shit with no money. All right. Yeah, that's what that's screaming to me. That there's it may be coming regardless. There may be some big come up that we're about to have, or that you're about to have. And take that change with grace and humility. Ooh, this wants to stop. Which one did I want to clarify? I want to clarify that. It's Ten of Swords over here. Ooh, Swift. Interesting. The Ten of Swords. So on this deck, the Seven of Pentacles isn't quite the same as, we didn't have it in this reading, as the one in the Rider-Waite, right? The Rider-Waite, the dude's looking down at his pentacles, he's planting seeds. And this one, it's called the Lord of Failure, right? But the Eight of Wands, which is on there, is pretty much the same. It's swiftness. It's like quick communication, or swift communication. And this looks like swift victory, or swift information, or just truth, right? So this could be failure around money on that. Like I'm saying with this Ten of Swords, if we get a bunch of money, we have to be careful, right? You need to be careful not to fail. I would suggest being real quiet. Don't be opulent. Don't overspend. Take care of your money, and don't show it off too much, because people are going to come out of the woodwork and try to get it, and it could lead to a type of failure. And that's what that Ten of Swords is screaming. That's what that Three of Swords is screaming. Like, if you don't want failure, don't spend it too fast, because that's the truth of what's going to happen. Yeah, seems very specific, but it's like that in anything, right? Don't overdo anything. Everything in moderation if you can help it. I mean, even if you have millions of dollars or whatever, even hundreds of thousands of dollars, that's a lot of money, right? You could blow through that very quickly. And that would make a lot more sense. Like hundreds of thousands of dollars you get for whatever, and then it's like, maybe it's a court case, right? You have a couple $100,000 and you're just like, let's just blow it. That could lead to failure and being stabbed in the back. And even really large amounts of money can lead to failure and being stabbed in the back. Because, I mean, I hate to say it, I love people and I have hope in people, but when it comes to money, people can be very ruthless, and we definitely don't want that to happen. But if this resonated in any way, please hit the like and subscribe. This is the initial launch of the channel. Drop a comment if you like. I'm grateful for you to be here, Sagittarius, and that's all I have, and I hope to see you here again.